He suddenly became deaf and dumb. Under Tinubu, Father Kelvin calls out Soyinka. Catholic missionary priest working in Gambia, Reverend Father Kelvin Ugo, has criticized Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka over what he described as a vital silence on the hardship facing Nigerians under President Bola Tinubu administration. In a Facebook post titled Prof. Soyinka Then vs. Prof. Soyinka Now, on Saturday the priest compared Soyinka's past activism under previous administration to his perceived quietness in recent times. Ugu recalled that during the administration of former President Olusegun Obasanjo and Goodluck Jonathan, Soyinka was outspoken, describing him as a movement and social crusader who openly challenged government excesses. He noted, however, that Soyinka's criticism became less vocal during late President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure and has now, according to him, completely faded under Tinubu's government. Then came Tinubu, a man with no clear identity and whose academic records are in question. In just 2 years in office, he has plunged Nigeria into deeper debt and Nigerians into multidimensional poverty, Ugo wrote. He lamented that Soyinka, once a prominent voice for the masses, had suddenly become deaf and dumb, no be small thing, under Tinubu's administration, questioning what may have caused the change. Ugo also dismissed suggestion that ethnic loyalty was behind Soyinka's silence, saying the Nobel laureate had criticized past Yoruba leaders, including Obasanjo. He further insinuated that Tinubu's influence over critics might be inexplicable, adding humorously that if this is what people mean by juju, then the juju is very powerful. Says Welly. Adebayo says Igbos are the ones that have not forgotten the past. They are selfish and this is affecting them in making choices. I don't understand. Benga, what are you saying? Imagine Obi defeated Tinubu in Lagos and got some votes in other Yoruba State. Please go and check what votes the Tinubu got in Igbo State, less than 2%. When it comes to criticism and abuse of other regions, you are number one. People need to change, love others, read politics well, and build bridges across the regions. Some of your politicians have started doing that now. It's not just Soyinka knows how to play his stomach infrastructure game. Udo Kapi says, how would you want him to criticize someone who brought the poor church rat pot and spoon? He's now professor of pot and spoon. Dinaka Danji says, Yorubas hate Igbos with passion. Here. Now, wow. Hate anything concerning Igbos. What makes you think so? Condemn anything they do. The Igbos know of this hatred, and for that they resent Yoruba. For me, this is enough reason to divide the nation. Nigeria can never be one. See the show of hatred going on in this country. Anyhow, it is a question of time. George Jackson says, good observation. God is watching and will judge them accordingly. It's very funny, sha. Chigozie Okorafor says, Soyinka is just a useless cultist and tribal bigot. Nothing more, nothing less. Daniel Ipot says, have you forgotten that at the beginning, Wole Soyinka admitted that Tinubu first gave him kitchen tools, cooking pots and dishes. How can he not swallow Tinubu's spit? It is Balogo Abonti says, all those people calling themselves activists are giving money before they go to the streets. Where is Dr. Joe Odumakin, the bad people? Dr. Joe Odumakin, I think since her husband died, she has not been doing activism like before. And then she has kids. I think she gave birth to some twins. I don't know if it was surrogacy she used or something. So she has left that activism scene. I don't think she wants to come back since her husband is no longer alive, because they were always doing it together. So please don't go for her, I beg. John Okobo says, come and join your Igbo Biafra agitators, Mr. Reverend Father. We know that no matter how a pig is baited, it will still prefer to swim in the mud. Since you chose Professor Wole Soyinka as your next target of insults, since to you is the cause of the country's political problem, be prepared in that Gambia to absorb the heat of the counter-narratives of Nigerians in response to yours when it is time. Moses Mina says, stable manner, that this is a struggle and not for the masses. Aren't you hear that the National Museum has been named after him? Which National Museum has been named after Wole Soyinka? He was earlier awarded with a national honor and a road named after him. How can they criticize the government that he is benefiting from? I've not heard that one, that they named the National Museum after Soyinka. Where is that news? Ozumba says the truth must be told. Pastor Adeboye also is part of the conspiracy against the Igbos. And Chai says they're not going to speak out now. Tunde Bakare and co Yorubas will always be how they are. Now, wow, this wahala, Yoruba and Igbos, let us just separate, because what is all this wahala? It is well, oh. Oluwole says Soyinka has been given dodo. He can't speak anymore, just like other Jews of Christian bodies. Okiapo says, you are right, Mbaka is number one. Oh. Ojikobati says, forget that ethnic bigot and educated illiterate called Soyinka. He was always on the street when Jonathan was the president, saying that his government is bad. He has seen the real bad government and suddenly became deaf and dumb because Tinubu is his brother. That is Yariba for you. Nawa. Center of Hope says, why is it tribe issues now? Let us be sincere. Prof is not really talking. Forget going around protesting. He can still say something from his house. Benka says, is this part of your calling? Pashinka does not talk based on emotion but on facts. He does not manipulate. Which fact? Which fact is he talking on? Center of Hope says, Professor is an APC man. The government have named National Theatre after him. I've not seen that information. No. So what do you expect him to say when he did not tell Tinubu that Popular Ogunde should be named after the National Theatre? Now, wow. Anthony says, Soyinka is a tribal bigot. He does not deserve the recognition and respect given to him. Samuel Adrozie says, the man who never sits silent in the face of tyranny eventually died. He has been dancing when there ain't no blues, but alas now, reggae and blues are playing. Instead, he chose to stay mute because of tribal affiliation and some oil that gives their palm. Sometimes and now it is overwhelmingly clear that the man have died actually, when illegality of the highest order has taken the mantle of leadership, and yet he chooses to be silent. The man is dead really. Ganifa in Fela's spirit will never forgive him. Amota says he has started studying his Bible. He now wants to use Professor Soyinka to trend. Wahala. At CXZone says, dear Father, it's no news about the Catholic Church misadventure in politics. WW2, your church, supported Nazi Germany, even revered Adolf Hitler. Rwanda genocide, the Catholic Church actively supported the buying of Hutus. Same Catholic sodomy in the church in the United States. You now open your mouth once again to tarnish a solid figure of social injustice. When Abacha you father, hanging with teenage boys or experimenting with the ladies, so now you feel manly. What is this one saying? Vasil Bandbola says, why not ask your congregation if they are not making more money than before? Hungry one or only by lazy one waiting for government job. Ashton says, who told you that hardship is facing Nigeria? You better keep quiet and don't cross your bridges by talking to Prof at all. Prof Soyinka. Oh, so are you enjoying? Oh, there is no hardship in your family. People don't know what you are saying. My listeners, don't forget to like, to share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.